Let's talk a little bit about side lunges or side squats. They're referred to in different ways. Ultimately, a side squat or side lunge, our feet are nice and wide. You're going to bend the knee and stick your hip out to the side. So if you were to just look at this side of my body, it does look like I'm doing a squat versus a lunge, correct? So maybe we call them side squats for the purpose of this video. All right, so level 1, I say practice, your feet are stationary, they are not going to move. You practice shifting your hip to the side and then coming back to the center. Okay, a lot of people want to lead with their knee because maybe it's called a side lunge and it makes you think that you should lead with your knee, but ultimately you're leading with your hip, bending the knee. Okay, so my knee and my hip are still facing forward. So you do all one set to one side and then you shift and do your set to the other side. Okay, that would be level 1. Once you start to get a little stronger, you feel confident, your hips, back, knees feel good, they feel safe, then you would potentially add a pair of weights. Okay, I like to hold my weights. One is forward and back, the other is side to side, and I just do, again, that very nice side squat, and then come center. Okay, you could also hold your weights up top, but once you get stronger and start using heavier weights, that might get a little harder to do. All right, the next variation of this exercise is going to be to move your foot placement. Okay, and this is the case in any exercise that you do for lower body. We progress by taking ourselves out of that static stance. Okay, and now we're going to move. So my feet are together, I'm going to step out into my side squat and then step my feet together. So this adds a layer of difficulty. So if you're not comfortable with this, you would go back to what I call the stationary. Okay, the reason this is harder is because you kind of have to know how far to get your foot so that when you go out into that side movement, your legs are far enough apart that you're safe. If you have practiced it in the stationary stance, you should have created some muscle memory. You've carved out a neurological pathway that your body knows what that safe distance is. And so it will automatically do that when you start to add the movement. Okay, so you again would do a set of those to each side. Once you're comfortable with that, you would then add your weights. Okay, do you kind of see the pattern here? The next progression, I don't know if I'll be able to get this completely in the camera, but you're going to go side to side, okay? Because now I'm having to set up the exercise going both ways properly, meaning my foot placement has to be far enough apart so that my knees and my hips stay safe, okay? Then what would we add? Weights, you're right. Okay, the next progression that I would say after that, you could add a balance feature. So I would potentially step out, in, lift my knee. Out, in, lift my knee. Okay, and then as you get stronger, it's just out to the knee lift. Out to the knee lift. Notice that I'm sticking the landing, okay? I'm holding the balance piece for a moment to make sure that it's not momentum, it's my balance that is working. Okay? So that kind of gives you an idea of a nice progression for those side lunges. When you're doing exercise videos or doing your own workout, remember to honor your body and where you're at and modify as needed. I'm going to turn this video off now and do my other leg because I feel completely unbalanced.